Welcome to episode 1372 of the Multifamily Collective. Obviously, it's a weekend edition. I just got back from a trail run, and I overheard this idea. I'm sure I heard it on a podcast or I read it in a book. It's not my novel thought, is the point. And I really was struck by the power of the idea. Now, I've not done this, but I intend to because I think it is an incredibly exceptional way to start a meeting. So I imagine that we have some pretty solid opinions about meetings, whether they be virtual or in person. And most of us likely uh, really abhor meetings. We don't like sitting in a room, especially if a meeting doesn't have any real aim or intent or doesn't move at a pace that we would like it to. And if it's meeting for an upcoming meeting, that's even more frustrating because you're spending time and money and resource on two different occasions to discuss a matter at hand. So anyway, long story short, I think this idea, which is sitting down, starting the meeting with an exercise, and the exercise is this: come in the room with envelopes and a little note card and require everybody write a personal note to someone. It could be anyone. It doesn't have to be someone in the room, but just write a note to somebody that you've not acknowledged or edified or spoken to in a long time, or for whatever reason, you've just neglected to reach out to them. Force that exercise at the beginning of a meeting. And I think the benefit of doing so is, first and foremost, you really kind of shift the focus of the meeting uh, to one that is more personal in nature. And people really get engaged in the moment, right? The power of writing that note, that personal note to someone, sort of imbues in their mind that the tone of this meeting is going to be different. I also think it's a way to uplift the meeting, right? To really get people inspired to come into the moment to share their thoughts and ideas, no matter what the topic is of your team meeting. I also think that it really forces an attitude of gratitude. If you can get people into the habit of expressing gratitude, especially in writing, because when you write something, I think I can't remember the stat, but the stat is something along the lines of 60% better retention in the mind as opposed to just hearing it, right, or seeing it. I think you you imbue it on your mind with 60% better retention if you actually write it. So the exercise of being gracious to someone or expressing gratitude to someone in writing, creating the habit, imbuing it in your mind, doing it with repetition, I think has the ability to impact your culture in a big way. That's the idea. The weekend edition of the Multifamily Collective. Take care, and we'll talk to you again soon.